The Olympics is huge. Like, obviously it's the biggest sporting event ever, you know, and it only comes around every 4 years. So, you know, but over those 4 years, it's, you know, for me personally, those 4 years, like, there's been so many steps, you know, so many individual goals to the end of that 4-year cycle. You know, so I've had a lot of achievements and surpassed goals from 4 years ago to today. 4 years ago, I would never have dreamt of being in the position I'm in today, but each year that went by and I achieved goals I had set out for myself and surpassed them, I just got closer and closer to that Olympic level. So that was exciting for me, and that was like a huge achievement for me to, I never place limitations on myself. I'm very realistic in what I can do and in what my capabilities are. But at the same time, I never put limits on myself, so you never know what I could do. You know, so, you know, along those last 4 years, you know, I've had so many successes, and they've kind of been stepping stones towards where I am today. And I think that goes for most people that are starting off and are aiming towards their first Olympics or whatever. There's stages, there's steps. You don't just go from here to there. You know, there's so many steps in between in terms of your level and your training commitment and all that stuff to get you to where you are. On TV, like everyone, you know, you watch the opening ceremony on TV, and to see all those countries walk down the ramp with their country and their kit, you know, and you get this lump in your throat, you know, when you're watching it. So so I bear to think what I'm going to be like when I'm actually walking in there myself. So if you see me there and I'm bawling, crying, don't be surprised. But yeah, it's exciting, you know. It's like one of these opportunities that you probably only have once in a lifetime. So I want to take all of it in, you know, so stay till. It's probably like the hardest track event I've ever done, and I've done all the distances pretty much, from 400 hurdles up to 5,000 meters on the track, and it's definitely the most challenging, as there's so many things to consider. You know, you got to be awake at all times. Whatever about jumping barriers in a 2-mile race, you got to consider 15 other competitors around you at that time. Sometimes you don't even see the barrier coming towards you because you're behind a pack of people. So you have to have your wits about you at all times. You know, and it's a matter of getting from A to B in that race in one piece, you know, and it takes a lot of concentration, you know, and you really have to focus, more so than any other track event, you know. The Olympic Village on August 1st. So that's about 2 to 3 days before my opening event. And then I'd stay there until the closing ceremony in the village. So hopefully the plan is, you know, once I'm done competing and I'm out of race mode and competition mode, that I can actually enjoy all the other events and go see all the other sports. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, some people have done 3, 4, you know, I'm 34 years old and this is my first Olympic Games. So this probably is going to be once in a lifetime situation for me. But a lot of people, like you say, they have had 3, 4 Olympic Games in their lifetime, you know, but even still for the careers they have, the length of careers they have, to have 3 Olympics, you know, it's still a tiny number, you know, for having such a long career in athletics, you know, so it's a huge event, you know, it's a big deal for athletes. Once in a lifetime situation for me. But a lot of people, like you say, they have had 3, 4 Olympic Games in their lifetime, you know, but even still for the careers they have, the length of careers they have, to have 3 Olympics, you know, it's still a tiny number, you know, for having such a long career in athletics, you know, so it's a huge event, you know, it's a big deal for athletes.